Today, from San Diego, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's San Diego taking on the Portland Lumberjacks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Portland Lumberjacks and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped four. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 63 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
16 yards, a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
first down. Cobb. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Carr, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, Cobb. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. It's Carr, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Cobb got his open man. It's Carr. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Cobb. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cobb. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Touchdown! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the aftershocks go up by 2 touchdowns.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. Dip. So that drive in total 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Off play action. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. That's Carr. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cobb over the middle, complete. It's Leonard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carr. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man. Complete. That's Leonard.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on 1st down. Cobb. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Lumberjacks have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. And they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Cobb. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Cobb.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Second and 6. He's got this one complete to Fountain.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds Lynch. It's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Lynch.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Cobb. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now an called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on second down. Cobb, he finds his man, complete. That's Leonard.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lumberjacks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. And you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. The Rams trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. 35-13, the final score. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looking to throw. Cobb. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. his man on the outside. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ready. Yellow. 43.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Leonard.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down now, it's Carr. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Cobb, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw. Cobb. That's complete right around the 8. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Carr. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Cobb into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Lynch. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fowler. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity.
And the ball is knocked out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Lynch.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing to start the drive. Cobb. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Looking to throw. Cobb. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They juked him. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down at the 25. 2nd and 6.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sapp, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go on 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the aftershocks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carr. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Cobb. He finds his man, complete. That's Carr.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they're going to speed things up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Carr.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Cobb. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.